Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm your other Taekook. It's a complete boy to boy FF. If you don't like my voice, mute guys. The bad boy of the college is now sitting on a couch with his lips curved up in a line looking at his bub's photo, which he took secretly while he was eating. He caressed it with his thumb softly. His mind was only thinking about his bub's smile and giggles. The six people standing on the room shared glance at each other, sighing. They smiled, thinking the evening event. Janu's driver had come to pick him up, but Tay wanted to drop him. After seeing Tay's bike, he wanted to ride it too. Can't blame him, as he always traveling closed cars with no fun. His cousins had told him about how fun it is, so he wanted to ride it too. But the driver said he has to ask Mr. John. Tay had threatened the driver as he had to agree. Tay looked at his bub, who was now so eager to ride the bike. Both sat on it as Jangu held his waist tightly, hair floating in air. Jangu tightened his hold whenever the bike speeded up. Jangu, move tiger. They speeded, making Jangu giggle excitedly. Tay looked at Jangu through mirror as he was glad as his bub was happy. Those sweet giggles made him happy. Jangu, tiger, stop, stop. Tay stopped the bike and Jangu immediately get down. Tay, what happened, bub? Jangu, I'll go from here, tiger. If Appa no, it's not good. Tay hold the handle in his hands, gritting his teeth. Tay, no, bub, I'll drop you there. Jangu, tiger, please, Appa will know it. He calmed down when he felt the soft baby hands of his bub on his arm. Tay, okay. Jangu, thank you for the ride, tiger. It was amazing. Tay, I'm glad, bub. I will come to take you tomorrow. Jangu, no, dad will see it, tiger. It will be a problem. Tay, no, bub, I'm coming and that's it. Jangu, tiger, please. Tay shook his head. Jangu, tiger, please, we can meet in the college. Please, tiger. Jangu showed his puppy eyes, making Tay nodded. Tay, okay, but you have to call me every 5 minutes, okay? Jango nodded while jumping happily as his tiger listened to him. Tay kissed his forehead as Jango waved his hands, going to his car. He ran towards the car, but he stopped on his track, turning around as Tay looked at him. He saw Jango coming towards him and smacking his own forehead while saying, Jango, how can I call you tiger? I don't have your number. Tay's lips curved up, going at the cute, adorable face as Jango gave him his own phone, who typed his number, and Jango smiled, taking it, and said bye to him. Jango, bye, see you tomorrow, tiger. Jango ran to the car while Tay looked at his bub, who was running to the car, but again he stopped as Tay looked at him. Soon a soft petal come in contact with his cheeks. He closed his eyes, feeling the soft lips on his cheeks. His heartbeat rose and was beating rapidly. He opened his eyes when he lost the contact as he looked at the younger who was entering in the car fastly. He touched his cheeks with a small smile, following the car, and he made sure that his bub reached there safely. Tay smiled thinking about it. Aram cleared his thought as Tay looked at him coldly. Aram, Tay, are you sure about it? Tay, I don't like anyone asking questions, Aram. I thought you know that. Aram nodded quickly. Tay, Yonwu, what about the boy? Yonwu, he's in the basement. Tay nodded. Tay, from now on, you all have to do one job, and that is to protect my bub. If something happened, report to me. All nodded as they went to their home. In Gion Mansion. Mr. Gion, what do you mean by they are missing? They left my son in the college and disappeared? Mr. Gion asked angrily as he get to know about it. God, I don't know, sir. I don't have any idea where they gone. Mr. Gion sighed and dismissed him and went to Jungkook's room. Mr. Gion entered his son's room and saw him reading book. As he called him, Mr. Gion, Cookie. Jungkook, yes, Appa. Mr. Gion sat on the bed asking his son, Mr. Gion, when did they went missing? Jungkook, after the class I didn't see them, Appa. Jungkook lied as he don't want his tiger to be in problem. Mr. Jian, okay, I will assign new ones. Don't worry, okay. Jungkook nodded slowly. Mr. Jian, come downstairs. Your Amma is calling you for dinner. Jungkook, okay, Appa. Jungkook opened his phone and sent a message to Tae, who called him. Jungkook, tiger. Tae, hey, bub. Tae, nothing. Just think about you. Jungkook, Aish, stop it, tiger. Do you eat your dinner? Tay, not feel like it. Jangu, what do you mean? Tay, I had no appetite, bub. Jangu, tiger, go and eat your dinner. Tay, I'm not hungry, bub. Jangu, no, no. Okay, if you're not eating, I won't eat too. Tay, you didn't had your dinner? Jangu, no, and I will not eat. Jangu looked at the phone as he heard the call hang up. Jangu, is he mad at me? Jangu pouted looking at the phone. He bit his lips in nervous. Jangu sighed, laying on the bed, thinking about his tiger. He went downstairs and told that he was sleepy and don't want to eat, but his mother forcefully fed him few bites as he popped on the bed. He called him, but he didn't take the call as his eyes went teary, producing big fat tears on his eyes. He heard a click sound and looked at the balcony where he saw his tiger who had climbed up. Django, tiger? Django looked at him as he had few packets in his hands. He ran towards him, jumping on his arms, who catched him. He held his thighs, wrapping on his torso, and went to the bed, placing the packet on the nightstand. He broke the hug and looked at his bub's face, and his heart clenched as he was drenched in his own tears. Tay, Bub. Tay called Django, who sniffed, looking at him with teary doe eyes, and said in a cracked voice, Django, I'm sorry, Tiger. Tay was confused and asked him, Tay, why, Bub? Django, you're mad at me, hiccups. Tay, shh, Bub, don't cry. I'm not mad, Bub. Django, if you ain't mad, then why did you hang up the call? Tay, 'cause you said you didn't eat your dinner, Bub, and I went to buy you food. See, your favorites. I'm not mad at you, Bub. Django nodded cutely, wiping his eyes. Tay wiped his nose with his hands and kissed his forehead. Tay, now be a good boy and eat this. Django, feed me. Tay feed him, and after that, Django feed him too as Tay looked at him. In his whole life, nobody feeded him. When he was a baby, his grandma feeded him, but now his puppy is feeding with so much love and care. He looked at him, cawing at the way his puppy is scolding him, telling him not to skip his food. Usually, if it was someone else scolding or telling him, they would be in floor. But it is his bub, so he will hear it with the whole ears. Django, come, let me show you my room. He took his hands and showed his room like an excited kid. His room was light theme and full of his photo and so many decorations. Tay looked at Django, going as he was telling him about everything. Tay is now caressing his bub's hair, who was fast asleep in his arms. He laid him on bed, covering him in duvets, and kissed his forehead, and laid beside him. Tay is here now following his bub, who had sent him message that he is in his car. Tay was already behind him, following him. He chased the car and stood in front of it, stopping the bike as the new bodyguards come out. Django messaged him about the bodyguards when he got to know it in the morning. Django come out panicked as he got to Tay standing in front of him. The new bodyguard were looking at Tay, gulping as they know who it is. They had seen him. They shivered when the brown scary eyes looked at them. Tay messaged Yongi, who called the bodyguards, telling them something as they went to the car. Immediately, Django looked at them who had gone and looked at Tay, hugging him tightly. Tay, get in, bub. Django nodded eagerly as he broke the hug. Tay chuckled at the excited bunny as Django immediately get on the bike holding him. Django, you didn't tell me you were coming, Django said with a puffed out cheeks. Tay, I want to surprise you, bub. Django, well, you did good because I was missing you so much. Tay, really? Django, of course, you didn't even say me bye when you were going. Tay, I don't want to disturb your beauty sleep, bub. Django giggled and hugged him. They reached the college as the students were decorating the hallway. Django, when is the freshest day, Tiger? Tay, this week, bub. Django made a O face, looking at the decorations. Django, it will be beautiful if some flowers were hanged on here. They made a note to add it, and immediately the flowers were there. And Django looked at the pretty flowers, caressing it, and went, to the place where stage is building. Others were painting. Jango, Tiger, tell me, what should I do? Tay, you have to do nothing, Bub. Go and take rest. Jango, what? But I want to do it too, Jango said, pouting. Tay looked at the pouty face and agreed. Jango stood on the ground looking at the huge stage. There was no ladder or stairs to climb upon it. He turned around looking at Tay pouting. They took him by waist and made him sit on the stage, and he himself jumped on the stage and made Django stand up too. The students were already looking at the scene with mouth on floor. Tay, come Bub, he held his hand and went to a place and made him sit on the seat and handed him the paints, who happily took it and started painting. Tay looked at him who was happily painting and he started doing his work beside him. Jamu was continuously doing his work with full concentration. His dress was full of paint, but he didn't mind as Tay come back, taking few more paints and called him. Tay, Bub, are you done? Jangu, yes, Yungi, only this, Jangu said, finishing it. Tay hold him like a baby to make him get down, as he looked at him who already took a mini bath in paint. Jango huffed looking at his dress. He was a mess. Jango, Tiger, I think I should take a shower. Tay, come, let's go, Bub. Jango, where are we going, Tiger? Jango asked, getting on the bike. Tay, you will like it, Bub. Get in. Tay said, looking at Jango, who was looking at him with head tilted left with Bambi eyes full of curiosity. Jango pouted, nodding as he get in, as Jango hugged him tightly, burying his face on his back. As Tay stopped the bike and Jango opened his eyes, looking at the small apartment in awe. It was small, but spacious and cozy too. He felt a peace when he entered the house. Jango, Tiger, is it your house? Tay nodded as both went inside. Tay showed him shower and gave him clothes to wear as after Jango come out of the shower, he saw Tay looking at a box in his hand. Jango blushed as he was wearing a shirt and a pair of shorts as he called Tay. Jango, Tiger. Tay looked up when he heard his bub's sweet voice, and his breath hitched again by seeing him in his clothes. He was looking like a fluffy ball, so beautiful and ethereal, and the box dropped from his hand and it fell down on the bed. Jango came to him sitting on his lap and made himself comfortable and made him wrap his hands around his waist. Tay chuckled, holding him tightly. A loud sound came from the younger's stomach. Jangu whined out loudly, looking at Tay, tilting his head. Jangu, I'm hungry, Tiger. Tay, let's go out, bub. Jangu, no, let's make something, Tiger. Jangu said, turning around, still in his lap, looking at him excitingly. Looks like baby is excited over everything. Tay nodded as he grabbed a small box and put in his pocket. Jangu hopped into the kitchen, bouncing on his little feet. He opened the cupboard and fridge and took out some ingredients. When he was about to take the knife, Tay took it. Tay, you will hurt yourself, bub. I will cut it. Jungkook, Aish, okay, you cut. Let me boil the water. No, I will boil it, Bub. Jungkook crossed his arms around his chest with a frown. Jungkook, okay, then who will cut the vegetables? I will cut it, Bub. Jungkook, then let me make the juice. No, it is dangerous too. You sit, I will do it, Bub. Jungkook, please, Tiger, I wanna do it too. I won't hurt myself. Pretty please, he asked, cupping his own cheeks, showing his sparkly eyes to Tay, who can't resist his Bub's eyes and nodded. Tay, but be careful, Tay said worried and looked at him, doing his work. After the chaos in the kitchen, they ate their food. Now sitting on the balcony with the Django telling about how much he liked the house and his cute blabbering talks with his cheeks puffed out due to smiling widely. Tay leaned and placed a kiss on his bub's cheeks as he can't help but kept his lips there, smooching him, making Jungkook breathe heavily. Tay turned him towards himself, pulling him on his lap, holding his tiny waist. Looking at his bub, who had his cheeks ear turned red due to shyness, they both stare at each other as they don't want to break the eye contact. And he looked at his bub, who was glowing in the sunlight. Ethereal beauty, his glossy and plushy lips, and his bub small, which was inviting him to do something. He cupped his face as Jagu closed his eyes at his tiger's touch. Tay closed his eyes, taking a deep breath as he kissed his entire face, making Jungkook giggle out as he prepped his face with kisses. He backed away and held his waist, turning him back, hugging him, snuggling into his neck. The phone rang as Jungkook took it out and saw his appa calling. He looked at Tae, being scared as Tae placed a kiss on his cheeks, hugging him more tightly, securing in his arms. Jungkook smiled at the warmth and attended the call. Jungkook, hello, Appa. Mr. John, are you at class, Cookie? Jungkook, no, Appa. Mr. John, I called you to tell that. Come home soon, okay? There is a surprise for you. Jungkook, what is it, Appa? Mr. John, come home a little early, okay, baby? Tay fisted his hands, snuggling on his shoulder, tightening his arms around his waist in a possessive grip. Jungkook slid his hands inside his tiger's ears, softly caressing it. Jungkook, okay, Appa. Jungkook said and cut the call. Jungkook, Tiger, Appa said to come home early. He said there is some surprise for me. Tay didn't say anything. Jungkook tilted his head as Tay snuggled on his soft neck, rubbing his face. Jungkook closed his eyes, feeling tingles in his stomach. His tiger's warm breath was hitting on his neck. He tightened the hold on his ears when he felt soft kisses on his neck. Tay, Bub, Tay said and took something from his pocket and opened it. And Jungkook was curiously looking at him. Jungkook, what is it, Tiger? He asked with curious filled eyes. Tay, with a small smile, opened the box, and Jungkook's eyes sparkled seeing the beautiful necklace as he took it out. Jungkook, it's so beautiful. Is it for me? Tay, yes, Bub, it's for you. Jungkook showed his bunny smile, clapping his hands like a baby. Jungkook turned around as Tay held the necklace, and he made him wear it on his neck softly while he placed a kiss on his neck, making Jungkook close his eyes with mouth open. He opened his eyes, looking at Tay, and snuggled into his chest. Hi, can you show me the class? I'm new here. He didn't said anything and walk away. Hey, the other boy beside him muttered. He's so beautiful. Hey boy, wait. He went behind the boy and was about to hold his hands. In Jeon mansion. Uncle, will Jungkook agree for it? Mr. Jeon, of course, after all he know you. Miss Jeon, let's ask Cookie about it first and then we can decide Jeon. Mr. Jeon, Cookie will not say anything honey, I am sure he will agree. Still Miss Jeon isn't okay with that fact. Somewhere far away place a man is sitting on the office throwing everything. I want him to. Son, listen to me. I talked to Jeon and he declined. No, no, talk to him again. I love him. I want him, Dad, he said, crying. To sighed and consoled his son. To be continued. Thank you for watching, guys. If you like my story, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to comment, guys. See you in next part. Bye bye.